Hi guys, so welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to go through all the different rewards from the Greedy Emissary Event that will start on July 1st, and I will explain what is the easiest way for you to get all of them. So this is an event that will be there only for a month, so if you want any of these different rewards, I would recommend you to make sure to not miss it, because after that we don't know when these different rewards will be available again. First, let's go through all the different rewards. So right now, the main one that I'm sure many of you are interested in are the new recolored, remastered tier 2 sets. So we have the Death Knight one right here. We then have the Demon Hunter set, the Druid one, and the Druid will come with the robe or with the pants. You then have the Evoker set, the Hunter set, the Mage set. Again, here it will come with both the robe and the pants. Then have the Monk set, the Paladin set. Again, you have both versions for the Paladin set. You then have the Priest one, again with both versions. The Rogue set, the Shaman set with both versions. The Warlock set with both versions. And finally, the Warrior set. So all these different tier 2 sets recolored will be available during this event. Next to that, we also have a bunch of other things. First, we have two mounts. First, we have the Inarius Charger, which is a recolored version of the Tyrell's Charger. So as you can see, this is basically just a black and red version, which I think looks actually very decent. I mean, it's just a recolored version of the mount, but still, this is a pretty cool mount. And then, of course, you will also be able to still get the initial Tyrell's Charger, which will still be available because this event is a crossover promotional event for Diablo, and so that's why this one is linked to the event. Next to that, you will also have a bunch of other cosmetics and other items. So for instance, you have this Transmog cloak right here, and I believe there's going to have another version as well available from 2023. As you can see, this is this one right here. You then have the Baal Lilal pet, which is this pet right here. You also have a bunch of the different temporary buff charms, so when you get them, basically you receive this stat on you. Some of them can be useful, especially if doing a lot of like PvE, PvP or any type of activities. Then we also have these different Ritz Transmogs, so here it's always the same. You can have it as a 180 mace, 280 mace, and also as an Held in Offense item. These are like binds when equipped, so you can definitely farm a bunch of them and then sell them throughout the years for a lot of profit. I've been selling a lot of them since the last event in, I believe, 2023, and trust me, these are making a lot of gold. So I would recommend you to hold on to them and sell them once the event is done. And then after that, we also have this Enmity bundle that you will be able to open, and inside you will get the cloak and also the headpiece. As you can see, it looks like that. You also have this banner toy right here, and finally you have these three other things: the Tome of Tone Portal, which is a Hearthstone customization toy, the 12-string guitar, which will basically allow you to hear some music and all that, and also this polearm right here. So these are all the different rewards that you can get during this event, and as you will see, it's actually going to be very easy for you to get all of them. So the way this event works is very straightforward and very simple. Every hour in the major capital cities, so Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Dornogal, and also in Undermine, you will have some portals that will spawn, and after a few minutes there is a Treasure Goblin that will spawn from the portal, and all you want to do is kill the Treasure Goblin in order to get some rewards from him. And with this here, you will also be able to get some Hell-colored chests that will reward you with some Hellstone shards. This is the new currency you will be able to use in order to buy the new tier 2 sets. So if you've participated in the previous versions of this event, it's going to be very similar, but there are two main changes. With this year's edition, you will be able to loot some elixirs when killing the different Treasure Goblins. And what you can do with these elixirs is basically throw them inside the different portals, and when you do so, you can get up to 6 of the different affixes on the portal, and it means that when the portal will come to an end, instead of having only one Treasure Goblin that will spawn, you will have 3 of them, and they will have these very specific abilities based on the different elixirs that you've thrown. So for instance, if you only throw 4 different elixirs, you will get 2 treasure goblins. 6 elixirs, which is the maximum, you will get 3 treasure goblins. And anything less than 2 will only reward you with 1 treasure goblin. So it means that you will definitely be able to kill way more treasure goblins way faster using these different elixirs. And this is something that everyone will be able to use at the same time. So most likely these are always going to be with 6 different elixirs at the same time. Now, the second biggest change compared to the previous edition is the fact that in Undermine, killing any Undermine rare will trigger a portal spawning off one of the treasure goblins after a minute. And this is something that can happen once per hour per Undermine rare. So it means that, as you can see, sometimes you will be able to have 20 of these different treasure goblins up at the same time. And there's plenty of rares available. So it means that probably you're going to be able to kill tons and tons of these different treasure goblins, especially knowing that you can put the different elixirs in each of these different 1-minute portals. And of course, using the main search option and realm hopping, here especially I would recommend you to always keep the world boss up in order to be able to realm hop very easily. You will be able to go on over realms and kill even more rares and everything. There is no limit in terms of the amount of treasure goblins you can kill per day and the amount of rewards you can get. So it means that technically, if you're very efficient, probably in one day you can get most of the different rewards and enough currency to buy all the different tier 2 sets. So this is definitely going to be way easier than the previous version. And I think overall this is something that makes a lot of sense. So again, all the different rewards other than the tier 2 sets will drop from the treasure goblins directly and also from the different ale color chests. And then the tier 2 sets will be purchasable from this vendor who will be located right here in Dornogal. And as you can see, you will be able to choose the ones that you want. You can buy all of them on the same character and then you can learn them and you will be able to then use them on the right characters, which make it even easier. And what I like is that if, for instance, you're really only interested in 1 or 2 sets, you can just target these 2 sets and then it's done. So at least it's not just based on RNG and you having to pick the right one, which I think is the right way to do it. So again, my main recommendation is for you to just stay in Undermine during this event. Make sure to always be there when there's some new rares that spawn. You will have the icons on your minimap as soon as you open it, so you will be able to see where there's all these different treasure goblins. And normally like that, it's going to be very simple for you to get all the different rewards from the event. And of course, as I already mentioned, I would really recommend you to keep the World Boss World Quest up, because as you can see, you can just go here and you will be able to realm hop very easily. So like that, you can go on the low pop realm when you're lucky, and you can then have even more chances at finding some of these different treasure goblins. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you will be able to get your hands on all these cool rewards. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!